Hey, Mark the guitar guy here again. We're going to look at some cool stuff today. We're going to cover the G7 chord. Then we're going to be covering a wicked chord progression that's going to outline some of the new stuff we've been learning, as well as stuff that's been in the series previously. So we're just adding on to what we've already learned, guys. So let's get straight into it and have a look at the G7 chord. We've already learnt G. G7 chord's kind of a change of our shape. What we're going to do is we're going to have our first finger in the first fret of the first string. Nice and easy, but make sure it's at a high position, okay? Then our second finger, the reason we want that high position is because our second finger is a long stretch away. It's going to go all the way up to the second fret of the fifth string, okay? Then that means it's nice and simple for us in a high position, remember, so that we can place our third finger on the third fret of the sixth string. And that's our G7 chord. Real hillbilly sounding chord. Pretty cool. There is a variation on that, but I don't want to worry you about that because it's kind of an advanced variation on the G7 at this stage. So we're just going to stick with that one G, that G7. Cool, just remembering to keep nice and high with that position. And now we're going to have a look at a progression that involves the G7 as well. But don't stress out too much because if you haven't just learnt that brilliantly, spend a bit of time before you get on with this progression because you've all the other chords we've done, you've managed to spend some time with. And here we are, bang, straight into a progression. Give yourself a little bit of a rest and some after you've spent some time just nailing that chord and programming that into the subconscious. We're just going to keep a nice basic rock strum going on for this one. So we're going to go for that down, down, up, down strumming pattern for each of these. So let's start with the chord progression. So we've got 2 bars of C, 2 bars of F, a bar of G, a bar of G7, then a bar of F and a bar of G before we start again. So we've got C, C, F, F, G, G7, F and G. Okay, and that's the progression. I'll go through that with the strumming pattern now. So from the C, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars. Then 2 bars of the F chord, which is a tricky change, but you'll get used to that. G to G7. Then F. Okay, so that was quite quick, but there's a lot of chords going on in there as well. So we've got the C chord for 2 bars. Really simple chord change here, and this is why I put it in there. It's the F chord. We simply bring those 3 fingers, our second, third and fourth fingers down one string. We're halfway to our F chord now. Drop our thumb and place our first finger. There's our F. You'll see those 2 chords are related quite strongly. C, bring those fingers down, F. Worthwhile going over and over those 2 chords to get used to those. And then getting used to the next chord, the G and the F together. The G and the F. Okay, so I'll go over that again. C. So F, drop the thumb and shoulder if you need to as well. To G. To G7, that's a quick change. Then back to F. Nice hard change there, back to G. And then we start again. So that's a pretty full-on chord progression going on there, but it's a really cool one just to get rid of those glitches between changing through some of the really more difficult chords like F, C and G. They kind of jump all over the show. Have some fun with that and I hope to see you again soon.